Anyway, guys, on to our next topic of the live stream. We have got... So basically, on Friday... Be interesting to see what you guys actually are on this topic, because I haven't really spoken to you too much about it. Daredevil Season 3 is available on Netflix on Friday. And Ed's looking overly confident on this one.
I hate these shows.
So actually, Ed, go for it first, bud. What's your opinion on the Season 1 and Season 2, if you've watched them, of Daredevil on Netflix?
I watched bits of it with my brother, and I just basically, all I will say is it's got some great cinematography in it. But there's one very long, I believe it's 5 minutes. I might be wrong, but there's a really long single shot, one take of this entire fight scene.
Yep.
That was choreographed perfectly, and it lasts for ages. And that is genius. So big points for that. The rest of it kind of sucks. I just didn't enjoy, well, at least for me it does. I don't enjoy it. I just kind of thought, this isn't as good as any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff that I really enjoy. Because that's really why you're trying to watch it, is because people going, like the Marvel movies, let's see a Netflix series of it. And they're kind of shit. Like, at least it's better than the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Oh god, yeah, jeez, like, yeah.
Have you seen that film? That film is awful.
That
it's just like there's so many problems with that movie.
The CGI.
It's more the plot problems.
Well, that as well. But have you seen the CGI and Bullseye's where Daredevil and him fight, and they're not there at all? It's pure CGI, and they're fighting up the organ, and it's just like why? Just have them fight on the ground. Why are we flipping up and going up?
Well, I remember it starts with a guy who raped someone, and they're in the court case, and then he gets away with it, and the guy goes into the camera, and you're thinking, is that not your first clue? Maybe he would have got prison if she got a decent defense lawyer who doesn't spend his whole night prancing about on the rooftops in latex. Do your job.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be honest,
away with it.
As a lawyer in that, at least that's what Netflix does do. It actually does show him off as being actually good at his job. But I have to admit, sorry, James, have you watched any of the Daredevil on Netflix?
I have, yeah.
Oh, he's frozen on me.
We
may have lost James.
Well, he looks like he's mid-sneeze in the freeze frame that we've got of him. But that'll be fine. Hang on. If he drops out the call, we're going to suddenly rearrange.
Yes, we will. We'll hold on for a bit. Anyway, I'll talk about Daredevil. It's all right. Don't worry. I'll talk about it. I personally quite enjoyed the... I really, really enjoyed the first season. Really, really enjoyed it, and a lot of that was down to the choreography. And when I watched some of the fight scenes, it kind of gave me a bit of a feel of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Some of the fight choreography.
yeah, I see what you mean.
And actually, I found out later on that the fight choreographer is actually the same person who worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I was like, I can start one
so weird.
Yeah. It was really weird. I remember thinking about it. It was really strange. However, he didn't work on the second season, and it was shot and filmed differently. It just didn't work as well, and it just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't click, and it's almost like as if. And I believe that the guy who did a lot of the fight choreography and filming of that bit moved on. And I don't really know the reasons why we went on to do something else, but you could tell. And the second season just seemed a little bit as if they tried to push the Punisher character in a little bit too much. Like, if they'd just focused on the Punisher and Daredevil all the way through the season, that'd have been fine. But then they were
Punisher's apparently really good.
It's really good. But it's very, very graphic.
Is that a Netflix one?
That is a Netflix one as well. Very, very. It is quite slow and steady.
Right.
But when it kicks off on any of the fight scenes, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, there's some massive gory scenes in this. To be honest, there is in season 2 of Daredevil as well. Like, no spoilers, but basically the Punisher gets a... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he's gone.
Doing it live. Well, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Yeah.
Don't worry if you're listening to the audio, but hang on, wait. I'll rearrange my face so I'm a bit more
there we go.
in frame. Okay.
I don't see a problem here at all.
when he joins back in, I think I went off screen. There we go. Okay, we're fine.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, wait. Move back.
If you're listening to the audio version,
Sorry about this.
James just popped off for a moment.
I am here. I've got no video at the moment, but I'm here, so I should be back with video in any moment.
Don't worry. Enjoy Jim's small avatar of himself.
I almost want it to be animated and just wave, like.
Or one of those Adobe things where it captures your face on the webcam.
That would be quite cool.
To it.
And little
That'd be a great way of doing the podcast. I'll rig up one of my hogs. Whoa!
Wow. Have we gone mobile?
Right. We're mobile at the moment.
That'll do.
That's fine.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
You look like you're in a 4:3 aspect ratio in your thing. So we've got you in a 90 VHS.
As I was saying, so season 2 didn't really capture me too much. It was all right. I enjoyed the Punisher bits. They were definitely the highlight of season 2. I said one of the scenes, not a spoiler or anything, but the Punisher's like getting tortured, and they put a drill through his foot, and I was just like, oh my god! And it was very graphic, which is as much as obviously Daredevil is very hard hitting. When I saw that, I was like, Jesus, they've just kind of gone on a slightly different direction here.
Yeah.
But that's very much the tone of the Punisher series. I'm looking forward to this new one that's coming out Friday, because the one thing that they did do wrong, which personally for me, and they did with the Defenders series, which includes Luke Cage and the Iron Fist, was it was very mystical. And it was all about...
Was that just cancelled?
Yes, the Iron Fist has just been cancelled and not renewing it for a third season. That was shit. Don't bother. It really was poor. Really, that was... Yeah, anyway. I couldn't really get into Luke Cage one either. But Daredevil's definitely been my favourite out of all these Netflix series of them.
Gibran says there's a Daredevil Easter egg. Jim's back in full HD. Gibran says there's an Easter egg in the new Spider-Man game that says you can find a card from a blind lawyer that says, or you get a card from a blind lawyer, and he tells him that if Spider-Man ever needs a lawyer, give him a call, and that's Daredevil.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Gibran. So I'm looking forward to the third season, mainly because by looking at the trailer, it looks like they're going to try and bring it a little bit more realistic and grounded. And basically, one thing that I think it's something to do with that there's going to be an imposter, and they're bringing back the Kingpin into the third season, and that's going to be... I love the Kingpin from the first season, by the way.
He is great.
And so that aspect of it I'm looking forward to, and really trying to bring it more what Daredevil was in the first season, rather than trying to go all this like dragon bone shit that they did in the second one and in the Defenders. But let us know down in the comments what you think to the Daredevil series, and are you looking forward to it?
Which superhero would you like to see in a Netflix series? That's an interesting question.
That is a really good question. Has anybody heard of Moon Knight?
No.
I played a video game with him in it once, and I was like, who the is Moon Knight?
I've only ever heard about Moon Knight.
I'd never heard about him at all, but it was just one video game, and we actually made a joke about it on my YouTube channel, and the video was called "Who the is Moon Knight," and we just played as him for like an hour or two. But yeah, so Gibran says easy Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, but we've got Tom Holland doing movies. I don't need Spider-Man series for that. I just need good movies. The new movie Far From Home looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Have you seen the new suit?
I think that, I was just about to say, I think they're setting up Miles Morales, you know. Are you aware of how the Ultimate Universe ends for Peter Parker?
I vaguely, very vaguely. Does he?
So, spoilers for the graphic novel, but frankly, if you haven't read this, you never will, so it doesn't matter. But in Spider-Man Ultimate, which is now dead and gone now, that series is finished, Peter Parker is confronted by all of the Sinister Six, and they are all really hungry to get him. And somehow, I can't remember the exact circumstances, but basically his identity is out there now. Everyone knows who he is. While he's fighting them, his mask is off, and he's got like shattered ribs and everything, and he gets killed. But he defeats them first, and is lying there kind of broken and battered, and Aunt May and everyone and Mary Jane like running over and going, like, are you okay? You okay? Stay with us. And he just goes, did you see? I did it. I got the bad guys. And then he dies. And it's so tragic. But then Miles Morales takes over. And I think they might be setting that up because unless I'm wrong, the suit looks awfully similar to Miles Morales.
It does, because he's wearing like the
Black.
red with the black rather than the blue, which I think is a licensing thing as well. This is where it comes, I believe, as well. Don't hold me to this. Because Marvel created Miles Morales after they did the deal with Sony, when they sold the film rights, Disney owns Miles Morales' character.
There it is.
So basically,
so the third film, there it is. They're gonna kill off Peter Parker,
and
then there'll be a new trilogy of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then Sony can do whatever they want.
You're hearing it here first. Considering they're adding in Mysterio into the next one, spoiler alert, but they're adding Mysterio as one of the main villains of the next one. He might be only one of several, because apparently, I think someone said they've seen Scorpion about.
I could
be wrong.
Yes, I think So there's like little bits of information being dropped, isn't there?
So I think this is setting up the Sinister Six, which, bear in mind, is what Amazing Spider-Man 2 tried to do, but Amazing Spider-Man 2 got dropped because it was garbage. And so, but in the post-credit scene of 1 or 2, it has the Rhino suit, it has the wings, it has the Scorpion tail. It's setting up the Sinister Six. And the way you set the Sinister Six to tie in with Miles Morales is to kill off Peter Parker. And considering they made Peter Parker so popular by making it Tom Holland, they're going to make that really bad. Tom Holland is too early in his career, in his Spider-Man career. It doesn't matter. If they're copying the Ultimate Universe, which they kind of are.
Well, technically, they've already killed him off. Spoilers, by the way. Shit. Yeah, but they're filming the next one. Luke actually says...
There's a Spider-Man 2!
There is an animated movie with Miles in. Yes, there is. There's a couple of trailers being released, and I believe it's kind of... They're combining a lot of the Spider-Verses together. Is that a word?
That looks amazing.
Looks really good. So, like, Peter Parker's older, Miles Morales. You've got Spider-Gwen, who I think is the most fucking awesomest Spider
She's
version.
Sick. I love Spider-Gwen.
I love her outfit. It's unbelievable.
Have you seen the way, also, there's such detail in the animation. Have you seen every time she lands, she's on ballet point, like a ballerina?
No, I've
like, little details like that make her so awesome. Is that she'll jump off a building and land on the floor, but on point on both her feet, and then, like, landing Spider-Man.
If they had to do a Netflix version of Spider-Man, do Spider-Gwen, but do it right.
Absolutely. I'd be up for watching Spider-Gwen. And that because that's a perfect way of doing a franchise everyone loves, Spider-Man, with the kind of 2018 obsession of recasting people who were originally, or redesigning characters that were originally men as women, or vice versa. Just go for a character that's already established very confidently as a strong woman, which is Spider-Gwen, and make that good. Kind of like Captain Marvel, That's going to be a great film.
To be honest, I'm surprised they haven't sort of hinted at anything of Spider-Gwen in the actual first Homecoming film. I thought they might just do a little bit of something, because I really would like to. And also, Spider-Gwen is, again, same as Miles Morales, was created after the Sony film deal. So I'm presuming that that's a similar situation with Disney.
Maybe. Gibran's suggesting that they won't do that because Peter Parker's older. But I don't think he is in the Ultimate Universe. In Spider-Man Ultimate, he's young. And that's the thing, is also, even if they aren't, because they're not directly taking from anything for these films, they could very easily take the ending of the Ultimate Universe and a sort of different instance of how because Miles Morales recently got a new origin, actually, in the graphic novels. Yeah, so they could take any of these new origins, put them together, and make a new trilogy or make a new Spider-Man film.
It wouldn't spider me.
It's also a really great way of adding
without
having to recast people or anything.
I think it's a really good way of Disney being able to carry on the Spider-Man universe when they drop Spider-Man, because they could literally start doing different versions of Spider-Man. Once maybe Miles Morales' characters maybe gone on for so many years, then bring Spider-Gwen into it and do things like that, and just keep. And then they could even bring in the original Spider-Man back into it, but if he's from a different dimension, it just looks slightly different because that's how they play it, and say,
they've missed an opportunity to have Tobey Maguire or Andrew, preferably Tobey Maguire, but as a pizza delivery guy or something.
Yeah.
Like, surely.
I was surprised he didn't do a cameo. I thought Disney might have been like,
I think they will for one of the last ones. Just as a no, it depends on the director, I guess. But also, is it because it's Fox? It doesn't matter. You're casting a guy. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
They're saying, it'll be interesting. I kind of hope that Disney do get back all the rights to all the characters again, because I'm really looking forward to seeing where the superhero franchise is going.
Well, it's going down the route of streaming, making series on their Disney platform.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a massive thing when that hits. Anyway, guys, let us know down in the comments. Obviously, we got a little bit off track. We went from Daredevil Netflix to chatting to different Spider-Verse origin stories and things like that. But let us know down in the comments what you think. Actually, I tell you what, let us know and come back to us if you do watch the 3rd season of Daredevil, and let us know what you think to it. Because I'm going to be watching this weekend. I'm a lot more busier than I am when the 1st season drops, so I don't think I'll be able to binge watch them as I used to be able to. But I'll be trying to watch at least a few episodes before we're back next week, and maybe we'll have a little chat about it either in the pre-show or in the post-show next week. So let us know. Let us know down in the comments.